Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So we don't have much to report at all here this morning. It will probably be a quick video. As you can see, Bitcoin is still just trading sideways within this support zone. Call it 46 to $47,000 level. We are obviously awaiting a decision on which way the next move is. Basically waiting on volatility to break out. And yeah, will it be to the upside? Will we have a Bart Simpson move, or will it be to the downside? And then we come down and fully and formally test what we all hope to be will be the bottom side of our next trading range. Around this $42,000. We obviously don't want to be losing this level. We want to, if we do break to the downside, get held here, and then over time, just hold this wider range. So not much else I can say. We're all just sat on here in limbo waiting. The Ethereum Satoshi parent had a nice move back up. And then obviously a move back down, but it is trying to hold in this resistance zone. This is obviously a resistance zone. It's clearly above price action. Price tried to get into it but was rejected. So maybe we'll form a sorts of pennant, a sorts of tightening formation. Or if Bitcoin is to take that downward route, we have obviously got a higher likelihood of Ethereum coming back down to this next level here, and then obviously potentially onwards if things start to get a bit dastardly for Bitcoin. But yeah, at the moment you can see really just trading sideways, waiting obviously to see what Bitcoin does. Bitcoin dominance just hanging around those lows as well, so not really much to report there. That is just in a sideways consolidation. I think the main things to look at are stock markets looking like they want to try and mount a recovery from here, try and move back up. Also the dollar index, the all important DXY, which I believe did cause a bit of our issues here. We were looking very, very bearish at this point, and then that very bearish look turned not necessarily to a majorly bullish, but it clearly changed away from a very bearish look. And that obviously that rate of change, that the difference between those two obviously precipitated quite big market moves. But now it does look like we potentially put in a top on a 4-hour 9, and coming back down. We're on a 4-hour buy 9 into support, so maybe we trade sideways or get a bounce from here. But if we do take out this horizontal again, and we do take out this trend line again, which is obviously moving to the upside, then maybe then fully and formally come down, take out this last level of important support before we make a move back to sub 90 again. But clearly this is looking better than it was at this point. But obviously, is we going to bounce here and move on upwards, or are we going to take this out and then move down? So obviously you guys know my views. You guys know my views on the dollar. Obviously people have opposing views to it, clearly, and they have their reasons for it. But I just think the biggest reasons, the biggest drivers of this asset will just be the deteriorating political situation in the US. And not saying it's going to be hyperinflation, but hyperinflation is always a political phenomenon. It's caused by a loss of confidence in the currency due to what is going in the politics of the country. So I'm not saying I'm not saying we're going for hyperinflation, but what I'm saying is that what goes on in the political sphere is very important for a currency, especially to the downside. And yeah, I mean, basically, just America's they're just a nut job country at the moment. So yeah, I don't think that lends itself, and so basically there are opposing forces for the dollar, both bullish and bearish, and obviously this is against other currencies, not against hard assets. But there are opposing forces. Then you just have to pick what you think is just going to be basically be the most important overwhelming force, and that to be the driver. And I have picked mine. I backed my horse to be what is the most overwhelming driver for the dollar, and the overwhelming driver that I picked is bearish for the dollar. Therefore my view will be the dollar is going down. So yeah, that being said, not much else to look at on here. The 10-year again, and still trading sideways. We'll obviously have problems if we get back above this 1 spot 4ish area. We will potentially have problems if we break back below this 1 spot, well, below 1 spot 2. But whilst ever we trade sideways in here, things are not looking too bad. Whilst ever this stays down here, the Fed doesn't really have to do anything. So yeah, not looking too bad all in all there. Yeah, not looking too bad all in all. Not really much else to say there. Things are generally trading sideways here. So yeah, let's look at the stochastics. I mean, are they really going to be telling us anything? 4 hour is still moving up, but potentially losing a bit of that upward momentum. Now it's time for our daily wait for the 10 hour. Let's just have a little wait. 10 hour looking like it's going to turn back up potentially at this right in and around this trend line. So if this does turn up, maybe we do grind out a few more days, maybe over the weekend, roughly where we are in Bitcoin price action, in Bitcoin price, and then maybe Monday or Tuesday we do get that Bart Simpson move back up. Obviously the 12 hour turning back up would help that, which it isn't at the moment, and it has kind of lost its trend line. So this is clearly not a bullish signal for price action. Daily still diving as well with plenty of room to run. 2-day diving with a lot of room to run as well. 3-day coming down, wouldn't exactly call it diving. 5-day down. Weekly still pointing up but losing a bit of its upward momentum. Bi-weekly has turned up here as well, but not with the most aggressive upward momentum. So yeah, I mean the stochastics are looking like a bit of indecision. What I would say is if price action can squeeze a bit higher, get towards this 48,000, turn that 10 hour and 12 hour back upwards and get them moving to the upside, then yeah, I mean this will be an important level to get back above this area here should probably be quite shaded. If you get back above here, so realistically call it the top side 50k, get back above 50k, and then I think we just are all bets are back on, and we are likely to take out this high here and then continue onwards and upwards. So that is obviously the point where if we can get rejected around 50k, but anywhere in the zone for what would be a lower high relative to the current price action, yeah, that would be pretty bearish, and we'd be looking for a comeback, swoop back down. But like I've said, if that is to play out that way, we get rejected around the 48 to 50k level, come back down, take out this low. Ultimately, that is fine. It's just we just need to. This is the important level, 41, 42,000. We have to hold that. We have to trade sideways within this range. So yeah, that is where the real issues start. So yeah, that is it. A relatively quick video, not too much else for me to say here. Hope you guys are all well. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys have got great weekends planned. I hope you guys have all had a great week, and I shall speak to you guys soon.